Okay, just another building. This is my favorite building actually. It's modern, right? Ein Haus wie dieses hat einen ganz besonderen Namen, weil es nämlich sehr wenig Energie verbraucht. Und dieses Haus ist ein Passivhaus. We also have that roof, and the roof is very different from any of the roofs we have. It's a flat roof, more or less, and we have vegetation on top of that roof, and that's really our protection against rain, snow, and the solar input that can be very harsh. Inside the building is designed so that the heat, especially in the winter, stays in the building. Of course, we have to bring in fresh air that comes right through this tube. That's how we bring in the air. It's pulled in, goes underground, 9 feet underground. There actually are 5 lines that go underground, goes into the lower part of the building and brings us all year long fresh air. And when I say fresh air, it is air that has not been mixed with used air that's already in the building as people are living and doing things in the building. Now we're actually inside of the bio house, or our passive house. It's quite a sophisticated system that has been placed in here to make a passive house work. What we really are doing, and I mentioned that fresh air has to be brought in here anytime people are in the building. And it's all facilitated from the outside through the tubes underground. They come into the building, and then the fresh air flows through all the way through here and here, which name it is Wärmerückgewinner. That means recovering energy. So that means in the winter time, cold air comes in here from outside, goes to the ground, is pre-warmed somewhat. As it enters here, it's still fairly cold. There's a number here, it says 0 degree Fahrenheit. In the winter, that's how cold the air could be as it comes in. At the same time, we have the used air from the entire building come back to the lower section here. These two air masses are meeting, but they're not mixing, they're only passing past each other. It's facilitated by a metal that allows the transfer of the warmth of the used air, that heat can be transferred to the other side where the cold air comes in, and that helps to pre-warm the air inside of this entire system here. And if everything goes well, we're able to recover 85% of the temperature difference between these two streams. The cold water, the cold air coming in from the outside, and the warm air coming from the building. And here in this Wärmerückgewinner, the heat recovery unit, that's where it is pre-warmed again, so we don't lose that heat. We take in that heat away, more heat away, and then in the cool air moves the cool air, which is saturated with CO2 from breathing, being in it, and then ultimately moves on. And now we are in the bio house kitchen. We have lots of interest in students come here and when they're adults to cook and bake here. It's a fun place, and there's a lot of newer technology in the kitchen to minimize the consumption of energy that we use here. In addition to the kitchen, we have a fairly large building here, and it gets a lot of use. A lot of people coming in, leaving, doing something here, walking away, and most of the time, especially when it gets in the afternoon, early in the morning, we need light, and the beer house is equipped with devices that shuts the lights down when there is no movement in this area, and that helps us to save quite a bit of energy, which is a good thing. Otherwise, we would see a lot of energy waste by having the lights on all night.